What a roller coaster in the SEO world. Just in the last few weeks, monster affiliate sites essentially got de-indexed. News in the SEO world. So I think off the top of my head, the biggest one that I could sort of name is Forbes Advisor. Everyone knows Forbes, but there's a whole bunch of others. CNN and some of the others got really heavily hit. Now what I mean by getting heavily hit, I'm talking like full de-indexed. These are multi-million page sites with millions of traffic a month, generating millions in affiliate commissions. So essentially referring clicks, ads, and making money off referral commissions. Now this is big news for your small business. This is so good for small business websites, because what it basically means is, and I've noticed this in my sites and since the release of things like ChatGPT, AI, and all of the other tools that have gone live in the AI space, is Google now is not prioritizing. It's prioritizing businesses and the final service provider over websites that are recommending service providers. So in other words, those lead gen sites, affiliate sites that recommend other sites are the ones being hit. And my ones were some of the first to be hit a few years ago. I've got quite a few of them. And this is so good because this is the reason why I have so many of my sites, is I've got so much data, so I know what to implement on client campaigns. So what do we learn from this? So if you've ever searched AI for top X, or when you're actually looking for something you type into Google, best marketing agency or plumber in Brighton, what AI does essentially plagiarizes and it dips into Google's data or the search engine's data anyway. So if AI is going to do that, and all of your AI overviews that Google is implementing, Microsoft obviously is ChatGPT, on the SERP, why is Google going to be showing it? They're not. There's no need to. But what they are going to be showing is real businesses. And that's the trend that I've seen. So instead of best cosmetic clinics are my listicle posts that I've had there for almost 10 years, where in every suburb I had a listicle post which had my clinics at the top, or best tree removalist Melbourne, best private schools Sydney. My sites were there for a long time. They still are there, but I can see them being flopped around. And now for the term best, instead of it being like a list of yellow pages, 10 best plumbers, it's now deciding who is the best with its trust algorithm, which is so good for small business. It's, as far as I can tell, and I don't want to say these words, but affiliate marketing is, everyone's saying it's dead. It's not. It just means the people that we're relying on making websites that just talk about other websites and referrals and commissions and Amazon affiliates and all that kind of stuff have been hit. Now, if we look back at what Forbes was doing, it was an absolute joke. So they broke all of the rules of SEO. So it was a website, obviously we know Forbes, in the finance space, in the business space, and then they just got cockier and cockier every single year, every single month. There were things like best pharmaceutical stuff, best CBD oil, drug-related stuff. There were things like lipsticks. In other words, things that are not related to that space. I learned this the hard way as well. I had about 10 wedding niche-related sites, and the original brand was, it doesn't have to be weddings, but for about 3 years, those wedding-related sites ranked really well for dental, financial, accounting, all that kind of stuff. Eventually they got hit, and this is how I test Google's algorithm, is I do all of the things and I see what sticks, and then I gravitate to what sticks. This is what any SEO should be doing. At the end of the day, whatever's at the top of Google is the way Google is making decisions right now, isn't necessarily the way it's going to be in a few years. So, had articles about everything, because they're like, our brand is the outlier, and Google's just going to trust anything our domain shows up. So a good analogy of this is if the Adidas website or the Nike website or another brand pops up, best dental clinic in Brighton, in Melbourne and Sydney, chances are that post will actually show up. Now, it makes no sense why that page would be there, but that's exactly what Forbes and a whole bunch of others were doing, CNN. And they were ranking, and Google's, hold on, this is not right. They de-indexed them, which is wild. It's like they didn't throttle them, they didn't lose the ranking. So a few months ago, they started to lose rankings, so they started to clean shit up. They knew what was going on. Now it's like bang, de-indexed. But de-indexed meaning no URLs are being displayed on the Google SERP. So moral of the story, diversification. Good news for small business, because the final service provider is the one that search engines are going to be prioritizing, because the AI overview will essentially be the listicle type post. So if you're looking for plumbers in Sydney, a lot of those AI overviews, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Microsoft or Google, will just give you what it feels is the top 10. We're just giving you what's at the top of Google anyway. Because all the data is basically plagiarized from Google. Where does the source data come from? And what are the metrics that it looks for? Same metrics as standard SEO. What's on your page titles? What's on your meta description? Keyword densities. So the root of all of this is the standard Google algorithm of what you need to have on your website. How is AI going to find you if Google can't find you? How is AI going to place you in the top 10 or top 20 if Google hasn't placed you in the top 20? At the moment, AI is just an agent to just go see what's at the top. So it just comes the loops back around at SEO. And also, moral of the story is diversification. This is why for so many years, my campaigns, I call them omnipresent. I will do Google Maps, I will do Google organic results, Google ads, Facebook ads, like whatever we need to do in whichever direction. If it's email marketing, we'll do some basic campaigns there. I haven't seen much success on LinkedIn, and YouTube and TikTok falls under the same intrusive marketing style as TikTok. So diversification, so don't rely on one source of leads. These days, TikTok itself, YouTube Shorts, is a search engine. So you should be, every business, it's wild that every business owner now needs to be a bloody content creator. If you're not, you need to somehow get content out the door, because that's the kind of stuff that the new generation is now picking. Has this business embraced the new ways of doing things? That includes all of the old school accounting practices that are stuck in their ways. And not only you have to move over to Xero MYB Cloud, but now you got to start doing TikTok videos. It's wild. So really good news for small business. Bad news for Eugene's multi-directory sites, but I'm still going to be continuing to build them, because I never built them for the directories to rank. I built them for really good links for me, links to my client campaigns. A lot of the times those websites get a lot of traffic, so I push competitors down. There's a lot of reasons that I'll continue to build them. Those assets I ended up selling, rank and rent, lead gen, link juice, whole bunch of reasons why I will still continue to build them. So what I mean by that is, let's say I picked up a new domain, physio near me, for example. Bang, I'm just going to build out a top 10 cities in Australia, and then because people search for a physio by suburb, in all the top 10 cities, I'll build like 100 suburb pages as well. So it's 10 route plus 100. You do the math at how many pages I'm about to build. Let that marinate. That ends up being a linkable asset. I use it to link out to my medical campaigns in less dense areas that those pages will rank, as they've proven to always rank. But once again, I'm not relying on things. So good news. Hope that helps.